How do you create a rich and detailed world in fantasy writing? If you're eager to craft a fantasy world that feels alive and immersive, you're in the right place. Let's break down the steps to help you create a world that will captivate your readers. First, envision your world before you start writing. The more time you spend developing your world, the more authentic it will feel to your readers. This involves thinking about the geography, culture, and history of your world. For instance, consider the landscapes, climates, and natural features that will shape the lives of your characters. Mountains, forests, and rivers can all play significant roles in defining the setting and the story. Creating a coherent and consistent magic system is also essential. This system should have clear rules and limitations to make the fantastical elements feel plausible. Whether it's a soft magic system like in Tolkien's works, or a more rigidly defined system like in Brandon Sanderson's novels, the magic system helps define the boundaries and possibilities within your world. The cultural setting is another critical aspect. This includes the history, societal structures, and cultural practices of your world. Think about how power has shifted over time, significant historical events, and the cultural figures that your characters revere. This depth in cultural context will influence the conflict and character development in your story. Languages and lore can add a rich layer of realism to your world. Crafting unique languages, like Tolkien's Elvish or George R. R. Martin's Dothraki, can convey cultural nuances and historical contexts. Even simple naming conventions or key phrases can significantly enrich your world. It's important to balance realism with imagination. While fantasy allows for creative freedom, grounding your world in realistic details makes it more relatable to readers. Establish clear rules for how magic works, create consistent cultural practices, and develop logical geographical features to achieve this balance. Remember, the world is not the story itself, it's the backdrop. Avoid letting your elaborately conceived world overshadow the actual story. The world should support the plot and characters, not dominate them. Think of your world building as providing subtle details that enhance the narrative without overwhelming the reader. When introducing new world-building elements, do it seamlessly within the narrative. Don't stop the story to explain every detail. Instead, weave the information naturally into the plot. For example, when introducing a new creature, show how it interacts with the characters rather than giving a detailed explanation. Consistency is key to maintaining the integrity of your world. Keep track of the details you've created to avoid plot holes and inconsistencies. This can be done using world-building questionnaires or by keeping a system for tracking tertiary details. Finally, ensure that your world building supports the plot and character arcs. The elements of your fantasy world should enhance the story, not overshadow it. By integrating these elements thoughtfully, you can create a world that feels real and immersive, drawing your readers into the heart of your story.